Hello and welcome back to r/NPD, this series where we review posts from the Narcissistic Support Group subreddit and offer to the anonymous individuals of the site professional support. I'm Sophia Vandermeer, published author, NLP practitioner and cognitive behavioural specialist. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Does anybody else feel hyperarousal when they see or be with access their source of supply? I don't mean to use source of supply in a crude way. I don't pick people consciously to feed off. I just have severe attachment wounds, and unfortunately my blunt ability to connect in an honest and healthy way. So I apologise in advance because I don't like the way of describing it, but it makes the most sense to me. Anyway, I think I've hit on a point of tolerance with my supply. I don't get the high as much now, but I need to see him at least briefly, daily or even every other day to feel normal. I have an overnight with a client tonight, Sunday and Monday night, and will not be able to see him until Tuesday night, and have been in a low mood, not feeling good feelings towards him, and thus distancing myself and not wanting to engage, not being mean, but I have been taking space because I can't feel him and thus cannot interact in a meaningful way when he isn't in front of me. This alone burns me out, but also the thought that I have to wait until Tuesday night to see him is really aggravating me. I came home from work earlier, took a nap, nothing else felt interesting. Narcissism is definitely an addiction to other people, and I can't think of a worse one to have. Man, this shit is the pits. I do not feel good about my narcissism. I don't use it to flex or boost myself up. Of course, I am more covert than overt and have low self-esteem, but damn, I hate this feeling. It's almost like, well, I'm supposed to do now. What am I supposed to do now? I cease to feel real, to exist when I'm not being seen and mirrored. I feel 2 years old again. In this article that the OP writes, there is indeed an undesirable emotional situation for yourself. Although you have stated that you have narcissism and the covert version, that does indicate that there is an awareness. What we know is that no change happens no matter what situation occurs until the desire to change outweighs the desire to stay the same. So I guess I'm asking, how much do you really hate these feelings? Your level of awareness means that you are not without capability to change. Others with NPD will rarely even acknowledge that they have these traits. The problem with feeding into these emotions over and over again is that you too create a codependency that can prevent you from living your best life. I ask you, is it worth it? No change is easy, but requires consistent new habits. We all seek to feel heard, and those with good communication will also validate our feelings as we will theirs. Have you spoken to your significant other to explain what you need? A partnership of any sort requires that in times of conflict you turn towards each other, as stated by John Gottman. Is your partner meeting your needs and you theirs? If the answer is yes, then I urge you to look at building your self-esteem independently. Kick small goals, strive for larger goals, praise yourself, and don't underestimate the power of self-talk. Help others, and you may have more and more confidence in yourself and find that you are really not suited to be together, and you're getting past those feelings of a 2-year-old and putting structure back into your own life. Definitely not easy, but nor is how you feel right now.